Alright, let's try that again. So I wasn't capturing it last time because Chapter 2 is technically a different game from Chapter 1, so I didn't configure OBS to capture the new game instead. Just let's go. Chapter 2.
It has been said, what fates impose that men must need abide. It boots not to resist both wind and tide. Yet, Guybrush Threepwood has somehow managed to turn the tides of fate by removing the voodoo curses from his nemesis, LeChuck. Infected himself, Guybrush escaped the scientific experiments of the Marquis de Sange and
Yep,
managed to
I
divert
did
the
that.
ill winds of change, an action which could alter his own fate as well as the fate of the entire Caribbean. That is, if he lives long enough.
The victim.
Guybrush Threepwood. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Now, wait a minute. I'm sure there's been some mistake. I don't even know you.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Morgan Le Fay, mighty pirate hunter. My name is feared across the seven seas. I've taken down some of the most hardened, grog-guzzling scumbags from here to Zanzibar. It's an honor to finally face off against the legendary Guybrush Threepwood.
The Flay? But you're a woman. I thought... Wait, you've heard of me?
Have I heard of you? Guybrush Threepwood, the pirate who destroyed the ghost pirate LeChuck single-handedly? Who discovered the mythical treasure of Big Whoop? Who escaped the inescapable Carnival of the Damned?
Yep, that's me. I did those things.
Wow.
Don't be too flattered.
The carnival
I'm
was
here for
a
the
funny-
job. The Marquis de
funny
Singe
thing.
wants that hand of yours, so I'm bringing you in. And don't even try your insult sword fighting technique on me. That's something only farm boys use these days.
Appropriate. You fight like a cow. Oh! I was using that.
Oh, this is gonna
Well, there
be
goes my
good.
hand.
Pick up your sword and face me like a man.
Like you're a man or like I'm a man?
On guard.
Ah.
That's the mast of my ship, the Screaming Narwhal.
Yes, I know what a mast is.
Hey, where's Winslow? You better not have hurt him, you salty sea witch.
He's fine. I've just got him tied up in the main quarters. Keep your head in the fight.
Don't worry about me, Captain. I'm sure I can wriggle my way out of these ropes eventually.
Alright, let's just make sure the stream is actually working this time. Yeah, seems like it is. Good. Something about that fish.
Can't reach it from here. I think Winslow put that barrel up there to keep it from rolling around on deck, or to keep me from breaking it. That's the mast.
Yes, you mentioned that.
Winslow, are you okay?
Quite well, sir. I'm sure I'll be out of these ropes and out to help you in no time.
I can't reach it from here.
Can I move?
What? That thing isn't very well secured.
Ah. Can we move over here?
Why are you taking orders from that DeSinge guy anyway? He's clearly one loony doctor. He's got lampreys in his lighthouse.
I'm a mercenary. It's what I do. Once hired, I won't quit till the job is done. Even if it means taking down a pirate as renowned as yourself.
Renowned? I didn't even realize I was now.
Uh-huh.
Boy, that thing isn't very well secured.
Huh?
I think Winslow put that.
I think we need the fish there.
I can't reach it from here. I think the mean lady trying to cut off my limbs takes precedence over navigating my ship right now. Besides, there's no one at the wheel. Aren't you getting tired yet?
Not a chance. I trained myself by studying your moves. I can match you blow for blow. Heck, I can even hold my breath for 5 minutes, just like you.
Ha! I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
You mean that's true? I thought the stories were exaggerated. Impressive.
Alright, so turn this. Set the fishes on the other side. Oh, the rope.
Bet that line could hold my weight, but it's about an inch out of reach. I still can't quite reach it. Looks like those bits of rope are securing that barrel in place. I'm a little too busy for that right now. This thing is great for operating ancient. How about if I give you jewelry? Will you go away?
A bribe? I know you better than that, Guybrush.
No, you don't. I'm a new man. Go on, take it.
Shut up and fight me!
I'm a little too busy for that.
Okay, so that rope needs to go. It's a separate rope.
I can't reach it from here. I can't reach it from here.
Okay, fine.
So you got on my ship while it was moving? What are you, some sort of pirate ninja?
I hooked onto your railing and climbed aboard. Surely a mighty pirate such as yourself must have expected as much. Now quit with the yapping and fight me!
Oh, that thing isn't very well secured. Looks like those bits of rope are securing that barrel in place. That's the mast.
Hey,
That's the mast. That's the mast.
Right.
Cannon isn't pointed at her. Besides,
So we need to cut that rope somehow.
a little too busy. Winslow, are you okay?
Quite well, sir. I'm sure I'll be up at the...
I don't see what to do. Alright, 1 second. Alright, so... Can we...
Think Win-
Let's move again.
How did you get on my ship anyway?
I simply grappled aboard while you were busy staring out at the sunset. You aren't...
Hey, get off my hands, stupid bird. onto my ship with this? Where's the rope part?
Well, obviously I kept the rope. You wouldn't believe the number of situations a length of rope comes in handy for. For example, using it to tie up your first mates.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping the hook.
Go ahead. I'll just take it back after I kill you.
Nah, I better not. If I get my hook stuck on it, Morgan will shish kebab me.
Alright.
Can't we just agree to disagree?
Not gonna happen.
Aha! Ha ha! Try and catch me now. Bet you didn't see that move coming. Yikes! Hiya!
Was that supposed to hurt me somehow?
Maybe. Did it work?
No.
Dang. I can't reach it from here. That's the mast. Back off, woman.
Never.
Alright, so we need to get back up there.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated.
That was one of the insults. Okay.
Look behind you, a three-headed sea chimp.
No thanks. I've already had lunch.
Ew, that's taking it too far. Oh man, if that barrel breaks, Winslow is gonna be mad.
Alright, is the seagull gonna...
Can't we talk this out instead?
Nope.
gonna get them now?
See if you can parry this. Shoot, I thought that'd work. Get out of here. Come on, shoot. Sorry, Morgan. I hate to do this to a fan, but you did cut off my hand.
What? Uh-oh. You are good, Guybrush Threepwood. Well, I hate to battle and run, but I've got to see a doctor about this hand.
Here I come, Captain Threepwood. Where is the lass? I'll run her through and use her for fish bait.
She's gone. And she took my hand.
Quick, let's get after her.
Let her go, Mr. Winslow. I've got to find Elaine. Last time I saw her, she was falling into LeChuck's evil clutches.
Looked like a cheerful, friendly moment to
Evil
me.
clutches.
We're not going far with the mast in that shape. The cowardly cutthroat must have released the counterweight I set up to keep the mast balanced. Now it's cracked.
It is?
It is indeed. It may be just a hairline fracture, but I can tell. We'll have to take it easy until we can get her fixed.
Very well, Mr. Winslow. We'll head for the Jerkbait Islands.
Right! We can have our mast repaired there.
Sure. Also, that's the direction Elaine was headed.
I'll steer while you navigate. I mounted the map outside your quarters for your convenience.
We're not. Oh, okay, whatever.
It's a mess in there. Mr. Winslow,
Yes, Captain?
how's the mast holding up?
Ah, yes. Nice to see you're finally taking an interest in your...
My what?
You must treat your ship as if it were your lover. Attend to her every need. Cater to her every whim. And should something be amiss, like, say, a large crack in her mast, you must see to it that she immediately get the attention she needs.
I'm sorry, what?
You're talking about the screaming narwhal.
Yes, and your lady is injured. We need to get her repaired as soon as possible. You'll be sailing
Okay,
at
well,
half speed. And
apparently we need to
red-
fix Our Lady's crack.
Where are we headed?
Nowhere yet, sir. As soon as you point out a location on the map, we can set sail.
Alright, so
Keep up the good work.
Aye, aye, sir.
Prepare to set sail, Mr. Winslow. Actually, the Rock of Gelato has been pretty unlucky for me. First the whole LeChuck and ship exploding thing, then Morgan cut off my hand when I went back. Mr. Winslow, let's avoid the Rock of Gelato from now on.
Yes, sir, Captain Threepwood.
I'm guessing I can only go to the Jughead Islands.
Let's head back to Flotsam Island.
I'll get as close as I can, but with the winds...
Prepare to set sail, Mr. Winslow. Set sail for Boulder Beach.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Wow, I didn't think tiny islands like this actually existed. Good thing I'm not stuck here. I haven't finished my top 5 things to have while stranded on a deserted island list. Big rock. It's a pretty big rock for such a tiny little island. Maybe this is the tip of a giant underwater pyramid from a highly advanced ancient civilization. Or maybe it's just a rock. It's a palm tree. Hiya, Rocky.
Alright. It's a little island. I don't see anything of use on the floor.
Well, I'm done here. Back to the narwhal.
Nice little day trip there.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Winslow.
What?
I love you.
I think we should discuss that sort of thing after we've reached our destination.
Oh, I love you. Sounds like I love you. Pretty good joke.
Yes, sir. Joke.
Nice plot of land. I wonder if Elaine would let me build a summer home here. Junky. It's a palm tree. Gruesome. Even as small as these islands are, I wouldn't want to just dig randomly in the hopes of finding buried treasure.
There's probably
I'd be
treasure
island
on one of
hopping
these
for years.
islands. But we'll need a map.
Hey, guess what? It's a palm tree. I'm not touching it. It looks slimy. Nice rock.
Alright. Let's head to
Well, I'm done here. Back to the
Jerk
narwhal.
Bay Islands then.
Good to have you back. Well, we'll...
Set sail for the Jerkbait Islands, Mr. Winslow.
Yes, sir, Captain Threepwood.
Are we there yet, Mr. Winslow?
Aye, Captain. Spinner Cay, the main epicenter of the Jerkbait Islands.
Really? Where is everybody?
It's been many years since I've been here, but if the city is still inhabited by merfolk, I'd say underwater.
Merfolk? Maybe I'll meet a pretty mermaid.
Well,
You're right. Maybe later. First, I've got to make sure Elaine is safe from the evil of LeChuck.
don't forget, before we can set out to sea again, we'll need our mast repaired.
Right. We need a plastic pair. Got it. Mermaids. No fishing.
Hi, sailor. Oh, take it easy. A big, strong pirate like yourself afraid of a little old Vacalian like me?
Sorry about that. So, are you a
That's right. I am 100% proud Vacalian merfolk. Tail kinda gave it away, huh? So what brings you to Spinner Cay?
Do you know where I can get my mast repaired?
I sure do. There's a shop right inside our town. Just follow the cave path, and it'll take you right there.
Cool raft. Can I ride it?
Do you have a pass?
I do not.
Well, I can't let you get by on your good looks alone. You're gonna have to get yourself a transit pass.
Ever hear of a man named Dakava? I'm supposed to show him this locket.
You mean Crazy Sponge guy? Yeah, I remember him. Last time I saw him, he was putting together a crew to go after some mystical sea urchin or something. Haven't seen him in a while, though. He used to have a little shelter out on Roe Island.
Roe Island.
I'm looking for my wife, Elaine. She's the most beautiful pirate you've ever seen, with silky red hair and eyes as green as summer grog.
Oh, that's so sweet. You know, I think I did see her. She and that other guy arrived about an hour before you did.
Where can I get a transit pass?
You may be able to get one from our chieftain, Beluga, in the Royal Chamber. But it looks like there's some kind of dispute going on right now.
You saw Elaine with some other guy? Who was he? Some big jerk? I could probably take him. You know, if I had to. But Elaine is usually okay, right?
Yeah, I think so. She went right over to the Royal Chamber, and the guy set off into the jungles with an armful of monkeys.
Royal Chamber. Got it. I'll deal with the monkey smuggler later. I gotta run. No offense.
None taken.
Why would they take offense? Swimming's probably way more fun.
Give me what I want, or we'll tear your whole town to pieces looking.
You and your men shall not have the ancient summoning artifacts.
Then maybe we'll move on to your innards and tear those to pieces looking, you overgrown tadpole.
Please, calm down. I'm sure we can find a solution that works for everyone.
Elaine!
Guybrush! Guybrush, thank goodness you're all right. I've been worried sick about you. First the explosion, then that big cloud of voodoo pots you released from LeChuck started infecting pirates all over the Caribbean.
That was an accident. The sword was crooked. The spell was misspelled. The breath mint had artificial ingredients. It wasn't my fault. I bet there was a conspiracy.
Oh my god! Your hand!
What hand?
What exactly? What happened to your hand? And where is your wedding ring?
Uh-oh.
Well, it happened like this.
Arr! I should gut you where you stand.
I better get back there before they kill each other. Here, take my ring.
Oh, no, that's the one I...
Just take it.
Trust me.
And don't lose it, Guybrush Threepwood.
Oh, come on. Who's absent-minded enough to lose 2 wedding rings? It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate. Shut up, you.
Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's
Chloe.
forget about the artifacts for a moment.
The artifacts are sacred.
Hey, this fishy-looking guy still has one glass eye. Shoot. Why do I have this uncontrollable urge to poke at fish eyes?
About a compromise.
Justice is blind. Well, now it is. I'm kind of fishy smelling.
You shall never have them.
I wonder what it's like to see through the eyes of a fish. Whoa, everything is all magnified and bulgy.
The
Awesome.
artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can I just say something?
La Esponja Grande will not
Ooh,
be
now it's like a big red magnifying glass.
Enough of this. Just tell me.
I didn't think that would work.
You're both being unreasonable.
Whoa, trippy. Everything looks really close up through this thing.
I just invented a magnifying glass. Nice.
not you.
Can I just say something?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
That's the wedding ring I gave Elaine.
Esponja
The,
Grande
uncursed
will
one.
not be given to these violent pirates.
Both of you shut up. Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment. Please, let's be reasonable.
Protected historical landmark. No part of this standing structure shall be defaced or removed at any time. I know I can hold my breath underwater for 10 minutes, but I've never been able to stay in the library for that long.
Hello,
Tetra.
sailor.
Hello, squishy fish person.
Hello, pudgy human. My name is Tetra.
Hi,
That's
I'm
an interesting
Guybrush
name.
Threepwood and... Pudgy?
Have you come to our library to read up on the rich cultural history of the Vicalian race?
No, actually, but I do have a few other questions. And I'm not pudgy. Ever hear of a guy named Dakava? I have a locket for him.
Oh, yes. That guy used to be here at the library all the time, checking out books about sea sponges, aquatic mammals, and mythological treasures. A bit of a nut, if you ask me.
Sea sponges, huh? When was the last time you saw him?
Oh, it's been ages since he's been around. Good luck finding him.
Thanks. What's the deal with this building?
This is our library and cultural archives. It houses centuries worth of information about the evolution of the Vicalian people. It's also a protected national landmark, so it'll be here forever.
But it's underwater.
Well, of course. We sunk it.
Why?
The library was built during the age of terra firma, but when we as a race returned to the sea, we felt our knowledge should do the same.
Doesn't that make your books all soggy?
Sure does.
Okay. Tell me about Vicalian history.
Did you know that centuries ago, we merfolk bypassed evolution and used Vicalian science to obtain legs on which to walk on land?
Nope. I can safely say I did not know that.
We used that same technology to reattach our tails when we returned to Mother Ocean. It's fascinating.
Oh, yeah, fascinating.
All this knowledge and more can be found right here in your local library.
You know, I would like a book from the library.
I knew you would. What can I get for you?
How about a trashy romance novel?
I'll be right back. I know just the thing.
The Motion of the Ocean. Ooh, sounds racy. An accurate record of the spinner K tide changes over the last 50 years. Oh. You know, why don't you just hold on to this one for me? I'd like another book.
Sure.
maybe some lighthearted fiction.
Perfect. I'll get you one of my favorites. Enjoy.
The old man is
Old Man and the Seagull.
It's about an old man who describes everything he sees in detail to a blind seagull while lost at sea.
Sounds exciting. I think I'll wait for the movie. Can you get me another book?
Of course.
How about something historical, ripe with...
Sure. Oh, I know a great one you might. Here you go.
A City of Two Tales, an in-depth analysis of the rationale concerning the decision to leave the ocean and the inevitable return. I think I've read this one.
Okay.
That's enough book learn.
Go get him,
Those
swashbuckler.
books are... Okay.
You shall never have them.
Okay, let's
Wait.
start again.
There was something I forgot to ask this lady over here.
Hello, sailor.
Hi, lemonade.
Hello, sailor.
Anemone.
Where can I get it?
You may be able to get one from our
Okay.
Nante.
We agree to disagree?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Esponja Grande will not be given to these vile pirates.
Both of you, shut up!
Nice hot tub.
This is the Royal Vacalian Throne. It is where I, the chieftain of the Vacalian people, conduct all matters of importance to our society. It is not in any way a vessel for recreational activities or relaxing massage.
Is it heated?
Yes, it is.
It's a hot tub.
Guybrush?
Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
The artifacts are...
I still say it's a hot tub.
Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
So, what's everybody talking?
Arr, me and my men see,
Ugh.
and these half-breed halibuts know how to get a hold of a cure.
We'll never give you the summoning items, Captain McGillicuddy.
So we accidentally spilt a few barrels.
Accidentally, my dorsal fin.
Ah, shut your blowhole!
Gentlemen, please. I'm sure you and Chieftain Baloo...
I noticed a cool raft down by the docks. How would I go about getting a ride on that?
Ah, you wish to enjoy our state-of-the-art.
Here you go, honey. I already purchased a few all-day transit passes. Doing my part to support the economy, you know.
All right. Thanks, Lingy Poo.
Not in front of company, dear.
Oh, sorry. Lingy Poo. What's this about a cure?
The Vocalians hold an ancient prophecy that tells of a mythical sea sponge with the power to soak up voodoo energy.
La Esponja Grande.
Yes, but to find the Sponja Grande, you must first summon the legendary sea creatures who can guide you to its location.
Aye! And that's why we need the rest of those summoning items. My men have already recovered one of them. May as well just hand over the rest.
You mentioned summoning artifacts.
Our prophecies speak of 3 golden artifacts that have been hidden throughout these islands. They are in the form of the ancient gods of the ocean, the wise...
Frankie Fish?
The prophecies are very old. When these artifacts are combined, and ceremonial ritual words recited,
What are these legendary sea creatures?
though I have never seen them, the prophecies say they are a physical representation of the ocean god.
Mouth?
Enough of this! The only mouth you need to be concerned with.
I'm sure we can come up with a slightly less grisly approach.
Do you know the ceremonial...
I do. And as chieftain of the Vacale,
Maybe you could tell Captain McGillicuddy some of the ritual words if he agrees to take only half the sponge.
You'll be telling them all to me, or you'll be our chieftain catcher.
I thought you guys worshipped wind gods.
yes, some of our people tried evolving and living on...
Have any of you ever... I was told to look for him here and show him a locket.
I do remember this man. He too was obsessed with finding La Esponja Grande.
If you gave him the summoning items,
anyone is gutting anyone.
Hey, honey.
Of course, dear. What is it?
You wouldn't believe what I've had to go through to find you. A crazy homicidal French doctor, an island with winds that kept everybody from leaving. I even faced off against the infamous pirate hunter, Morgan Le Fay, and he's just as vicious as people say.
Oh, I wish I could have been there for that.
So, have you been trying to find me, too?
Of course, dear. That's why we came here. Well, that and the monkeys.
You said you came here partly for the monkeys. What monkeys?
You know what? All those poor monkeys LeChuck had cast a spell over on my ship? Well, we were able to gather them all up, and we're going to make sure they all get back to their proper habitat. Several of them are native to the Jerkbait Islands.
Sounds like you spend more time rescuing monkeys than you did looking for me. I can do anything those monkeys can do.
I've seen you scratch your behind in the morning. You're very talented.
Were you really worried about me? I mean, you did stop to chat with these fish people.
Guybrush, we came here looking for you. If we had tried to leave, the ugly, diseased pirate over there was going to have us killed. I had to stay.
I guess that's all I have to say.
Alright.
Well, this is really between you and the fish people. Hope you get...
Guybrush, we can't leave.
Why not? I got a new...
These pirates are acting under the influence of the pox. And since we are the ones responsible for releasing said...
But...
I can handle things here.
But...
McGillicuddy's men have got one of them stashed somewhere. Before you turned up, I was about to go to Roe Island to follow up on a lead, and I've got LeChuck looking for the third one on Spoon Isle.
LeChuck? You let him go? You sent him on a mission?
Yes, don't worry, dear. He's harmless.
I'm sorry. I thought I just heard you describe LeChuck, fearsome, voodoo, ghostly, demonic, pure evil incarnate pirate LeChuck, as harmless. I wonder when I started hallucinating.
Guybrush, he's different, and I don't have time to argue. He's going to need your help. Please, my swashbuckling sea stud.
Yet.
I'll be your best friend.
Uh-uh.
Pretty please?
Negative.
Come on.
Nope.
Pretty please with marshmallows?
Forget it.
I'll make it worth your while.
Not gonna happen.
But I'm your wife.
No way.
For me?
No.
Please?
Fine.
So you'll be my personal pirate paladin and get those summoning items while I stall these guys?
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay, how about this? We each get one summoning item and go our separate ways.
Arr, what's the point of that?
I'll never let them have our sacred items.
Well then, what do you two suggest?
Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
The artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Alright, so...
Pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Esponja Grande will not be given to these vile pirates.
So I can ride the raft.
Now accepting coupons only.
Hi there. I understand you do ship repair here?
You! I thought I told you to stay away from this place. Especially after that stunt you played at the Royal Aquarium.
But
I'm just messing with you, handsome. It's me, Anemone.
Oh, you got me. How'd you get up here?
I swam. So, what did you say you needed?
I need my mast repaired.
Sure thing. You want a patch job or a full mast repair?
It's just a crack. I guess a patch job will do.
See, that's how they get you. A patch job is basically the same amount of work as a full replacement, but it's certain to go bad on you a lot faster. I give you a full mast replacement. I'll be right back.
Why do I have that song stuck in my head?
There we go, all fixed. Your man, Mr. Winslow, took care of the bill. Nice guy, that Reggie.
What was that
Does
song?
he have a cousin?
Oh, that was the Oh, what's it called? The one that Sideshow Bob sings.
How'd you repair my ship so fast?
I'm telling you, mast replacement is easy. There are a whole slew of trees out there on Spoon Isle Beach just perfect for masts. Not to mention the fact that they are just sitting by the water's edge where I can easily grab one. I just float one over to your ship, a flip, a flop, and it's done.
These trees on Spoon Isle. Can anyone just take one?
Technically, sure, but they're pretty heavy. I'd suggest leaving it to the experts.
These trees on Spoon Isle.
Technically.
So you sell bait and repair ships here. That's an odd pairing.
Well, times are tough. Sometimes you gotta pick up an extra job or two just to earn enough sand dollars to live on.
That's tough.
You think that's bad? This place used to be a bait shop and pizza joint.
Can I have some bait?
Sure. How would you like to pay for it?
I'll trade you a pyrite parrot.
Sorry, we don't take those.
Oh.
We also don't accept personal checks, traveler's checks, credit, barter, foreign currency, or local currency.
You don't even take local currency? What do you accept?
Coupons.
About those coupons?
Do you have one?
Someone as attractive as you doesn't really need coupons, right?
What are you doing? Are you flirting?
I don't know.
Look, it's really easy. Just bring me a coupon, and I'll give you some bait. Got it?
Yep.
Alright.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Hello, sailor.
Nice raft.
Hey, no it.
Here you go. One official Vacalian transit pass. Good for 24 hours.
I bet you are.
Huh?
The raft is yours for the day. Just hop on board and use it to sail anywhere within the Jerkbait Islands.
Thanks.
So this is Spinner Cay, Roe Island, Spoon Isle. Oh, the sun's come out. I need to shield the screen from the sun. It's really bright. I can see though. As long as I Okay, so Roe Island, I think that's something was there.
What a dump! Look at this place. It's completely uninhabitable. Reminds me of my first apartment. Yep, that's Dakava all right. This must be his place. Looks as if he hasn't been here in ages. Wonder what happened to him. Junkie. Musk at Dusk. How to match the perfect couple. A complete guide to animal matchmaking. I think I'm learning way too much about this Dakava guy. This looks like plans for some kind of underwater device. Or perhaps shoes for wallabies. Yep, it's stuff. Man, look at all these empty grog bottles. These look a little like my good friend the Voodoo Lady, except skinny and kind of shaky and more out of proportion than usual. He must have done these from memory. Nice cans. Oh, it's covered in seagull droppings. Hey, neat! It's a mounted singing manatee toy. Huh. Must be broken. The Path of the Mouth. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's...
There was something here. Where is it gone? A journal. Ah, there.
Dakava's journals. Poems I wrote while searching for Esponja Grande. Wow, 36... I don't need to see that all warped in. The Path of the Mouth. Okay. I don't need to see that.
Okay.
Okay, Rafty, where should we go next?
Look, would you just give me the artifact so we can bury it and get out of here?
Nope.
But McGillicuddy gave it to me. I get to be the one who picks where to hide it.
Sorry, I got it now.
Will you at least look at me so we can work this out?
Nope.
I bet that's the seahorse artifact the Mer Leader was talking about. I wonder if they'll just let me have it.
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
Hey guys, what's going on?
None of your business. Now why don't you back away? You're stinking up the place.
Oh yeah? Well, you don't smell so... Okay, this is awkward, but you guys smell amazing.
Yes, it's the savory smell of thinly sliced potatoes, fried crisp and golden with a touch of honey and a dash of salt. How I long to be back in the kitchen peeling my potatoes.
Yeah, I long for that too.
Can I have that seahorse?
You mean this seahorse that Captain McGillicuddy gave us to hide until all the artifacts are found? Of course. In fact, why don't we just give you the treasure and then rip off our own arms so our captain don't have to? Beat it!
What are you guys arguing about?
Oh, Captain McGillicuddy ordered us to hide the summoning artifact we found far away from the Jerkbait Islands until he was able to secure the rest of them. Only he won't give me the artifact back.
Hey, shut your trap. I'm working here.
Look, I'm sorry, Merkel, but McGillicuddy clearly gave the idol to me. It's my duty.
Sorry, Killick, but if it meant that much to you, you shouldn't have left it
And by out in the open, you mean placed in a...
Well, if you didn't want pirates rummaging through your trousers while you were sleeping, you should have said so. I've got it now. I'll decide where to bury it.
You know, it's getting awfully late in the day.
Oh boy, he's right. I don't care who
Come on, keep up.
Hey, my raft! That was fast.
Good and buried. Now we wait for McGillicuddy to pick us up.
It's a pile of fallen trees. It's a pile of fallen trees. Hey guys, I'm back.
Oh, good.
What are you guys still...
Just biding our
You know, I hear that 9 times out of 10, the first place you bury a treasure is the spot where it'll most likely be found.
What do you mean?
Well, if you picked out that spot so easily, other pirates will probably pick that spot to go digging for treasure too.
He's right. We need to bring the treasure back and think of somewhere else to hide it. Good thinking, Hooky.
Come on, let me have it.
Too late. I still...
You know I can see you reaching for our chest. I'm staring right at it.
Sorry. Hey guys, I'm...
Oh, good.
Look behind you! It's a Dark Ninja Dave action figure!
Really? I've never actually seen one in person.
Hey, what are you doing? Trying to loot our treasure chest?
Of course not. It's hard to loot.
You just keep your head...
Not a problem. In fact, I can guarantee I won't be...
There's nothing there.
Sorry, it was probably just a weather balloon. Fun!
Can I rotate it?
Fun! It's a pile of fallen...
Going right with the shingle. The clam has almost grown feet.
LeChuck!
Guybrush, oh, thank goodness you're safe. Elaine and I were so worried.
Forget it, LeChuck. You may have somehow fooled my wife with your voodoo trickery, but not me.
But it's true. Thanks to you, I'm a new man. Completely voodoo-free. And I have good news, Guybrush. I have found one of the Mer people's summoning artifacts. I just need little help actually getting it.
What's your game, LeChuck? Lure me into a false sense of security with kind words and sandwiches and then murder me in my sleep?
My boy, if I wanted to murder you, I'd just throw you off this cliff. Why wait for you to sleep?
How reassuring. I completely trust you now.
Great! We'll put the past in the past and agree to work together for a change.
This is odd.
Free bait. Large oysters. Tasty. For the fish, I mean. I try not to eat bait anymore. It looks like it opens somehow. No dice. There must...
Guybrush, please stop. I'm trying to figure this thing out.
But all you have to do is...
No. I can figure it out on my own.
Suit yourself. I could do this all day, but until LeChuck gets another key for the other clamshell lock, this is useless.
If only there were a jeweler around here.
So what exactly are you trying...
I have surmised that the summoning artifact is somehow locked away within that structure. There is...
No problem. All we need is another...
No, don't tell me. I need to learn how to do this on my own.
Fine, I'll let you try to figure out how to unlock the artifact, but I will be the one...
Fantastic! So, like I said...
So...
Ouch! Guybrush, stop that!
Okay. Maybe you...
Be that as it may, we still must work together.
If you did anything to hurt Elaine while I was gone, I swear I'll...
The only thing I did to Elaine was to pull her from the freezing water along with a bunch of wet, screaming monkeys.
Actually, that kind of sounds like our honeymoon.
Okay.
So, how much longer do you think?
I'm so close. I can feel it. I'm just not so good with this whole puzzle-solving thing.
Okay, well, try... Maybe you should just let me have whatever you're carrying and let me do this.
No, Guybrush, I insist. I must learn to...
What are you carrying with you?
Well, let's see. I have some breath mints and this thing. It looks just like the thing you used in that clamshell, but mine seems to be broken. Oh, I think I've got it now. Oh, wait, no. That won't work.
We're doing a puzzle. Oh, this is meta.
Okay, what was the last thing you showed me?
This broken seahorse claw thing. Is that important?
Maybe. Look at... Clamshell lock.
I saw you put that seahorse stick thing in it. But other than that, it just looks like an oyster.
Figure it out yet?
Not yet.
You look like you're...
Maybe...
Okay, well... You...
Right.
Claw thingy.
Right.
Clamshell lock.
Well, I don't think that's going to do anything until I fix it.
Yeah, you're probably right. I know that seems like a good idea. This looks familiar.
I believe this thing might...
Ah, oyster coupon. We need to go get an oyster shell and come back.
More Vacalian ruins. This looks like some kind of old furnace. Or maybe a barbecue? Fishing well. Fishing well? They probably meant wish. Free bait. Good for 1 order of fish eggs. Coupon valid at most. Neat.
I like this music.
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
So I'm able to tamper with their treasure chest when they're looking the other way.
Give it back.
Shut up.
But they don't let...
Hey guys.
Oh. Look. Oh, what's it distracting?
Yeah.
But they notice if I do this.
Oi.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm...
Too bad.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Now accepting coupons only.
I'd like some oysters, please.
People use oysters as
Oh,
bait?
you're lucky.
Seem a bit
We
expensive.
only have one left, and it's a doozy. You know, some people refer to the oyster as the love muscle.
Really? Maybe that's just to boost its self-esteem. This thing's... I'd like some bait, please. Fish eggs.
Sure, here you go.
Thanks.
No problem. I just made them myself.
You did what?
Relax. I'm just yanking your tail. You're adorable when you squirm.
Okay.
They're all slimy and gross. Let me just crack this sucker open here. Hey, look, a pearl! A big pearl!
Right, so we have a pearl. Do we just put that in the...
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
I like this music.
But where am I going to find a duck wearing burlap chaps?
Nah. Here, you might need this.
Of course. This thing...
Okay? You.
Uh-huh.
Cloth.
No.
Pearl.
Ha-ha! It fits perfectly.
Yep. You now have yourself a fully functional Murky. See?
No, not at all. So now what?
Oh, brother. Okay. You.
Yes.
Merfolk.
Yes.
Clam.
It's working, Guybrush.
Of course. Now, I'll just use my key over.
Wait! I think I figured it out. Now that I've got my key in place, you can go use yours in the other clamshell.
Yeah, smart thinking.
Oh, will you look at that? I knew the summoning artifact would be here. Let's go get it.
Whoa, hey, I will be the one to get it, remember? That was our deal. You wait here.
Yes, of course. I've got your back.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of, but thank you. So this is what all the fuss is about. I'm not getting it out of there that way. Looks like someone else tried to pry the artifact out of here with no luck. Come on.
Need some help?
Yeah, nope, I got it. It's just really stuck.
I have a feeling we're meant to push it.
Boy, that thing is...
Can we join these together? Just ask him to do it.
Here. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna let you try to get the summoning artifact out of the stone. But you'd better give the artifact...
Relax, Threepwood. I promise. All you need to know is where to apply pressure. Amazing! We've done it, Guybrush!
Yep, sure did. Now if I can just...
Just look at it. Pure gold. A treasure fit for any respectable pirate hold.
Okay, come on, just let me have...
And surrounded with the secret power to summon ancient, mysterious beasts of the sea.
Now listen here, you fleshy sack of chum! You better be handing over that golden sea turtle, or I'll be handing you your liver on the pointy end of me hook!
You are infected with the pox after all. I'm so sorry, Guybrush. Somehow I feel this is all my fault. Not to worry, boy. We'll get these artifacts, find La Esponja Grande, and have you cured in no time.
Whoa!
Guybrush?
That big guy has the artifact. If I run up and take it from him, McGillicuddy would probably make me first in command. Heck, he might even let me eat this week. Then again, he is pretty big. I better gather some men.
Oh, ow. Oh, LeChuck! I was right! I knew I couldn't trust him! Oh no, the summoning artifact! The altar's got a couple of cracks now, but it survived the fall pretty well. I've got no reason to...
Guybrush, are you okay?
Fine, you backstabbing backslapper. Give me that sea turtle.
Of course, Guybrush. I understand that you want to take the credit. It's important to look good in front of your wife.
It's not that, it's just...
Now, if you'll be so good as to excuse me, I need to get back to the task of returning the monkeys I once kidnapped back into the wild. You wouldn't believe the number of monkeys it takes to complete an evil voodoo curse. What was I thinking?
Where is he going? Back up there?
Boy, that's a long way down. I can see the broken altar down there. Guess I'm lucky I landed on top of it instead of the other way around. That won't do anything. It's not even on. A fishing well.
Drop a fish again? Make a wish?
Just throwing bait into the water is a good way to feed the fish, but not particularly effective in catching them. Whoa, I got a bite! Whoa, it's a big one! Shoot.
I need some sort of, I don't know, net, bucket?
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
Can't the Chuck get it from them?
Give it back.
Shut up.
No, that's the same. No.
Let me have that seahorse.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
These summoning artifacts are too important to...
No.
I'm not gonna ask again.
I said no.
So, when they bury it, they go to one of those faraway islands.
I'm not giving it to you.
We need a way of tracking where they've buried it. The only thing I can think of is this bird
That golden artifact.
talks, so we might hear him.
Give me back the artifact.
No.
It's made of pure pyrite, also known as fool's gold.
Nope.
I wonder who the fool is. It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate.
Give it back.
Shut up.
They'll think it's gold, so they might bury it along with...
That'd make a lousy person.
Let me have that seahorse.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
That'd make a... Hey guys,
Oh,
maybe there's a fair way to determine who...
Yeah,
oh yeah? Well,
How about a breath holding contest? First one to breathe for air loses.
I like where you're going with that, but no. With me ass,
well then I win by default.
no, because I still got the seahorse.
Maybe you guys should...
Fine. Got any more?
How about a staring contest?
Hey, I like that idea.
Yeah, it's so simple.
You look like your eyes are gonna dry out. Maybe you should stop.
Yeah, maybe we should. Not that I was gonna blink or anything.
Right, it's just, you know, medically unsafe. Probably.
I think that's...
Yeah, good. Boo! Ah, what'd you do that for? I was winning.
No, you weren't.
Sorry, guys,
Ah, this is...
Kill him.
I've got no reason to...
What's with the staring contest? Alright, we'll come back. But it seems the staring contest has something to do with it.
Artifacts for a moment. Artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can we agree to disagree?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Spunja Grande will not be...
Hello again. Hey, honey. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Of course, dear. What is it?
Hey, guess what? I got one of...
Guybrush. If that is what I think it is, keep it to yourself for now. We don't want to let McGillicuddy know you found one. He's likely to kill you for it where you stand.
What if I'm sitting down?
Great idea. That way your brain will be protected.
Ooh, good one. So, tell me, when LeChuck handed you that flower on the ship...
No, that... How did you even know about
Of course not, but I've been away from you all this time, and...
that? Is so like... Listen. After the explosion...
Which I want to stress was not my fault.
After the explosion, it was LeChuck who single-handedly... Oops, sorry. Who recovered your ship and rescued both me and a cargo hold full of innocent monkeys. Whatever you did to that cutlass spell, it seems to have cured him of his many and various voodoo curses completely. He's become a perfectly charming ordinary pirate, just like anyone else.
Oh, so now he's charming, is he?
Oh, not like that. You know, he hasn't even tried to marry me once since then.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, I found our new best friend, good guy LeChuck.
Right. You see, he's nothing to worry about.
I still don't trust him.
I mean,
he's a
he
big phony, and his beard stinks.
knocked me off a
No,
cliff.
it doesn't.
Oh yeah? How would you know?
Okay, that's enough.
Sorry. Where am I supposed to find these summoning artifacts again?
Go to Spoon Isle. LeChuck is there in the jungle somewhere. He can help you find one. And I hear rumors that there may be some clues to find. And don't forget, McGillicuddy's men have stolen one.
You all...
Give me the summoning artifacts.
That water looks cold. Let me turn up the heat for you.
Please don't touch that. We just got it fixed.
This is fixed?
For now. We are waiting for the proper parts to come in.
Aye, and if you don't give us those artifacts, my men will make sure those... Give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can we agree to disagree?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Spunja Grande will not be given to his vile
That's the wedding ring I gave Elaine.
Shut up. I want them all.
You shall never have them.
Okay, let's start again.
We need Lottie Sponge Grande more than you.
The artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can I just say something?
Both of you, shut up.
La Spunja Grande will not be given to his vile pirates.
no fishing. There's nothing better than a life at sea. I don't need to see that. I've got no reason to... That's not a good way to use...
I don't know.
Hi,
Hellos.
I need my master...
Sure, but I keep all the invoices upstairs. Meet me at the shop and we'll talk business.
I got...
None thank.
Okay, so Roe Island, there must be something here. Some sort of clue.
I don't need to see that all warped and enlarged in Manatee Vision.
Hugh.
It's a toy manatee with a hole in the middle. Nope.
Hole in the middle?
These summoning artifacts are... I've got no reason... I don't need to see that all... The Path of the Mouth. Okay. Nice cans. Nice cans. I mean, nice cans. These look a little like my good friend the Voodoo Lady. He must have done... No way am I...
What's with the cans?
I've got no reason to... Man, look at all these empty grog bottles. This looks like plans for some kind of underwater device. Or perhaps shoes for wallabies. Oh, that's... Musk at dusk. I think I'm learning... DeCava's journals. Poems I wrote while searching for Esponja Grande. Wow, 36 volumes. Looks like he was searching for a long time. I think it only works on merfolk planets. There's probably a better way to this manatee's stomach.
Better way to this manatee's stomach.
No way.
Can't think. What would you do to his stomach?
I'm not grabbing that with my hook. It'll turn...
I don't know.
I've got no reason to... This looks like plans for some kind of underwater... This looks like plans for...
Okay, I don't know what to do here. Something to do with the manatee.
You know, the Voodoo Lady's locket looks awfully worn around the edges. I wonder if it has another use. I hope it has another use.
Is that a hint? I tried lots of random things with that. I didn't try the locket. Oh.
Whoa! It looks blank. Why would anyone hide a blank piece of paper in the mouth of a toy? It looks blank. Why would anyone hide a blank piece of paper in the mouth of a toy? Looks like DeCava wrote down the name of a book. 101 Fish Jokes. I wonder if it's a biography.
Let's go to the library. Let's all go to the library. Let's all go to the library to have ourselves some books.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment. Artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall.
I'd like a book from the library, please.
Fantastic. You know, I never cease to be fascinated by the way our ancestors... So which book do you...
101 Fish Jokes.
101 Fish Jokes? Really? My ancestors have worked for centuries to gather these treasures of knowledge and preserve them within these walls so that our race will long be respected for our intellectual achievements. And you want fish jokes?
Okay. You made me feel bad.
Here. This ought to enrich your understanding of Vicalian literature.
Great. Hope it doesn't keep me in stitches or I might need a sturgeon.
I hate you now.
Okay.
101 Fish Jokes. Hey, there's a coupon in here. I wonder if it's still good.
Why did the fish need an aspirin? He had a haddock. It's a bit of a stretch. Wait, there's 101 of them. I can only read one? Why didn't the...
Ooh, good one.
Why didn't the fish cross the road to prove he was no chicken? Knock knock. Who's there? A fish with a 5-second memory.
I don't get it.
Oh dear. That is an awfully contrived joke. What did the sign on the empty nuclear reactor say? Gone fission. Okay, that one's good. Bit of physics knowledge there. What's a fish with no eye?
I don't get it.
Did they really put 101 of these in the game? How do fish get so smart? They live their whole life in schools. That's not even how you spell schools. What do you get when you cross a killer whale with a cow? I don't know, but don't try to milk it. I don't... What, because... I mean, killer whales are not dangerous, are they? Riverbank. I mean, I bet there's really 101 of these. You try ironing. Great white pickle.
Ooh, good one.
Great white. Don't even understand it. What? They're just changing shark for pickle?
I don't get it.
How do you stop a fish from smelling? That's not how you spell it's. Where can you find a shrimp with no legs? Right where you left it.
Ooh, good one.
Except shrimps swim underwater, so that also doesn't make any sense. What should you do if you find a shark in your bed? Sleep somewhere else. What did the fish say when he ran into a wall? Damn. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. There were two good ones so far. Oh, now they repeat. 101.
I don't get it.
I want my money back. Whatever. Okay.
Here you go, Emily. I've got a coupon here for something called Gusanos de Destino.
Wow, that's an old coupon. I'm not even sure I still carry this stuff. Found some. It was all the way in the back behind the monkey fingers. It's even still glowing.
Ew. They look like fat, glowing worms.
What do we do with those? Go to the fishing well?
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Artifacts are sacred.
Come on, let me have it.
Alright, let's try this.
Okay, come on, little fishy. Hey, I think I feel a nibble. Come a little closer. Gotcha! Uh-oh.
Oh, hold still. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Almost.
Guybrush Threepwood, obtainer of cranky golden fish artifacts. Whew.
That's it then. We've got the second artifact.
The cranky fish summoning artifact. It's a golden summoning artifact.
So there's one left.
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
Give it back.
Shut up.
Nope.
Let me have that seahorse.
Quiet, I'm thinking.
What's up with the lumber?
It's a pile of fallen trees. I've got no reason to...
I'm gonna ask again.
I said no.
That'd make a...
Look, oh.
I'm not giving it to you.
What do I want the scrap lumber for?
I want that golden artifact.
I said no.
Give me back the artifact.
No.
Come on, let me have it.
Nope.
Nah.
Give it back.
Shut up.
There you go.
Oh,
Maybe you guys...
fine. Got any more?
Why don't you do it? What do you... you know, both of you hold one end of the artifact and place it in the chest together. Then you can both set out to...
No, we ain't doing this all sweetheart-like. Well,
Yeah, I ain't holding.
ain't gonna happen. I'll just do... Fine.
You could try guessing a number. Whoever answers right gets to bear.
That sounds reasonable. I'll start. Pick what number I'm thinking of.
27.
Nope.
Okay, now you pick a number.
42.
Wrong.
Wait a minute. How do I know you ain't lying?
Me? What about you?
Okay, this ain't gonna work. Forget it. Fine.
I think...
Yeah, good.
Would you please tell that lady behind you to button up her blouse?
Where? Where?
There's nothing there.
Sorry, it was...
What?
No way am I doing anything with this. Nice chest, but it looks...
I can still see.
That'd make a loud... Hey, guys.
Oh.
Would you please tell that lady... Oh, too bad. Hey, guys. Hey, I think...
Ah! Good and buried.
It's a pile of fallen... Hey, guys. I'm...
Oh.
Still here.
Yep.
Never mind.
Oh.
Fun.
They've buried it.
The Merfolk weather vane looks good up there. Kaboom! I never... It's a mess in there. Mr. Winslow?
Yes, Captain?
How's the mast?
She is looking fantastic. Embrace her, Captain. Let the screaming not...
I'm not hugging...
Ah,
I don't think...
you'll never know unless you ask.
Thank you, Mr. Winslow. Well,
And did you
I'm not sure.
Well, just don't go kissing them all. I found that out the hard way.
Okay.
Where are we headed?
Nowhere.
Keep up.
I...
Prepare to set sail. Now, let's head back to...
I'll get as close as I can.
Onward to...
We must...
Wait, we're still here.
Prepare to set sail. Let's head back to Flotsam Island.
I'll get us.
Onward.
We must.
It brings me back here. What?
Prepare to.
Okay, let's go
Set
Boulder
sail
Beach
for-
again.
Yes, sir.
I like this place. Even as small as these islands are, I wouldn't want to just dig randomly in the hopes of finding buried treasure. I'd be island hopping for years. That'd make a lousy.
So how do we know where they've buried it?
Welcome back.
Thank you, Miss. What? I love you. Junkie. Murray? I've got no reason. That'd make a lot. Nice, Paul. I can't just. I don't need to see that all work. No way am I.
Can't think of what to do.
Good to have you back. Well, we'll.
Oh,
Onward to
there's
Brillig
another
Island.
island here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ooh, bendy. I never get sick of rubber trees. As funny as it would be, I'd hate for someone to trip on this coconut and get hurt. Well, on second thought, maybe I'll just leave it there. One of nature's bludgeon. Nice rock. It's a palm tree. Even as small as these islands are, I wouldn't want to just dig randomly in the hopes of finding buried treasure. I'd be island hopping for years. Ooh, bendy. Well, that's not gonna work.
What am I trying to do?
I'm not grabbing that with my hook. No way.
Okay, so there's a rubber tree.
Well, I'm done here.
Any other islands?
Welcome back.
Thank you, Mr. Win.
Where to?
Actually, the Mr. Win.
Yes.
Set sail for.
Yes.
Looking for a ride?
Artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can we agree to disagree?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Sponja Grande will not be given to these.
Hello again. Hey,
Of course,
where am I?
go to Spoon Isle. The Chuck is there in the jungle somewhere. He can help you find one. And don't forget, McGillicuddy's men have stolen one.
I get.
You give me the summoning artifacts.
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
The artifacts are sacred.
No way
I
am
will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can we agree to disagree?
This is pointless.
How about a compromise?
La Sponja Grande.
It's a pile of fallen. Fun.
No. Something in the jungle?
That golden sea turtle left quite an impression on this stone. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. These summoning artifacts are too. I've got no reason to pry that. It looks blank. Why would anyone hide a blank piece of paper in the mouth of a toy? Maybe I can mold this pyrite parrot into the shape of this sea turtle to fool the pirates. Nope. This pyrite's much too solid.
So we need to melt it?
Grilled parrot. Too bad this thing isn't hot. That won't do anything. It's not even on. I think it's a vacation. That won't do anything.
How do you turn it on? We need, what, matches?
That won't do. That won't do anything.
Where's the Chuck? Can you help me? He's not up here, is he?
Looks like it's locked up now.
Can I burn the lumber?
I'm not grabbing that. I've got no reason to pry that.
So... I don't know. We need to find a way to turn the barbecue on. Maybe the library has a book on barbecues?
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Oh, it's closed up.
I know I can hold my... Protected historical landmark. No part of this standing structure shall be defaced or removed at any time, as decreed by Chieftain the guy following that with a shovel.
Okay.
The artifacts are sacred. I will not let them go.
Fresh bait!
Hey, can I have this bucket?
Well, I like you, so yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna use it for?
I don't know.
So why do you want to take it?
'Cause it's there, I guess?
You're a weird kid. Cute, but weird.
There was something I wanted a bucket for. What was it?
Hi.
The fish.
A numbly?
Hello again.
Please stop saying.
What'll it be?
These trees on Spoon Isle.
Technically, sure, but they're pretty heavy. Don't be.
What a bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
So, can we catch a fish with this bucket?
You shall never have them.
Let's forget about the artifacts for a moment.
Hello, sailor.
Hey, it looks like this bucket has a lot of tiny holes in it. The water would leak right out.
Yeah, that's the point. We're catching fish with it, not water.
Just an empty bucket. Just throwing bait into the water. Gotcha! Lost another one.
Well, that's what I built the bucket for. Nah. Can I use the bucket with the barbecue somehow?
That won't do anything. It's not even on. That won't do anything.
So the bucket is not. I tried this, didn't I?
That won't do anything.
Ah,
That won't do anything.
No.
It's not even on.
I thought you could use the key to turn it on. What is that thing? Is that a dial?
That won't do anything. That won't do.
I don't know.
Hey guys. You.
Because this is...
So you guys are.
Yeah?
Why do we have to come back here every time?
Because it's bad luck to move treasure without bringing it back to where you started. And we certainly don't need no more bad luck.
What? Are you trying to slip something into our...
Oh, whoops! I must. Hey guys.
Look behind... Ooh, where... Hey, what are you doing?
Of course not.
You just keep...
Not a.
There's nothing there.
Sorry. It's a pile of fallen trees. I don't want to use my bucket on that.
I have no idea.
Hey guys.
Oh. Fine. Yeah.
Never mind. Can I?
No. Huh.
No, that's the same.
I don't know. What else can I use the bucket for?
It looks like this bucket has a lot of tiny holes in it. The water would leak right out.
So, why... Hmm. Out of ideas.
Good to have you back, Captain.
Prepare to set
Can
sail
bucket
for-
be used here?
Prepare to set sail. Onward to Brillig Island.
Aye, aye, sir.
One of nature's bludgeons. One of Nah.
Why is there a coconut here? Why can't I pick it up?
I've got no reason to. Nope. No.
Good to have you back, Captain. Where will we be heading next, Captain?
Let's head back to Flotsam Island.
I'll get as close as I can.
Well, I'm done here. Back to the narwhal.
Welcome back, sir.
Alright, well, maybe it's a good time to leave it, come back to it fresh next time.
Thank you, Mr. Winslow.
Where to?
Set sail for the jerkbait.
Yes. Good to have you back, Captain. Where will...
Set sail for the.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Rope. Do we have any rope?
Looking for a ride?
I don't want to use my bucket on. Justice is blind.
You shall never.
Nah.
Okay, let's start again.
We need like spongy grub more than you.
The artifacts are sacred. I will not let them fall into the wrong hands.
Can I just say something?
Both of you, shut up!
La Sponja
Nope.
Grande will not be given to these vile pirates.
Enough of this. Just tell me where they are.
Hello again. You mentioned
Our prophecies speak.
Frankie Fish?
The prophecy. When these.
Hey.
Alright, let's leave it there.
You all still.
Give me